What do I do if I'm feeling lost in my life? This was a question that was asked actually last week when I did an Instagram live. I do weekly lives on IG every Wednesday, 8 p.m. EST. And once I figure out this tech stuff connecting the IG with the YouTube, I plan on doing some IG lives here as well. But until then, you can catch me on Instagram. But the question that was asked is such a valid question. It's a question that I've asked myself quite a few times on my personal path of discovering what I'm here to do in this lifetime. And what I realized is that this question isn't an intellectual question. If this is a question that you've been contemplating for some time now, then know that this is a spiritual question. So it can't just be solved solely by the mind. By the end of this video, I'm hoping that you feel a bit more at ease with this question. So I'm going to discuss the 4 common reasons why you might be feeling lost. Of course, keep in mind, this isn't a one-size-fits-all, so it's going to hit everyone differently, and I might not even mention one that you might resonate with, and that's okay. Just continue to explore and be open. I've sprinkled self-reflections throughout this video to help you find clarity within yourself. And lastly, I'll discuss how to embrace spirituality to navigate the uncertainty and the lack of clarity by removing the mind. I know spirituality can be a touchy subject for most of us, and I was there too. So just do your best to keep an open mind and an open heart. Also, be sure to stay towards the end, where I also provide one action step that you can take right now to feel just a little bit less lost. If you enjoy this video and want to continue to learn how to conquer your fears, defy the resistance in your life, and get unstuck, I'd be so grateful if you would hit the like button and subscribe to the channel and join the Thrive newsletter. Thank you for being here. My name is Francis. If you're new to the channel, I'm a clinical therapist operating as a life coach. And really, my goal is just to inspire you to rise above the self-doubt, conquer your fears, and embrace a life of limitless possibilities, free from judgment and with full clarity. And by doing so, you'll create a wildly beautiful life. Feeling lost often keeps us submerged in a series of existential questions, inviting us to ponder the essence of our existence. We're prompted to ask, what is the nature of life? What purpose do I serve in this vast universe? What meanings lie within my experiences? And how do I connect with what I'm here to do in this lifetime? The concept of feeling lost in life is, again, like I said, a deeply existential and spiritual experience that can interact with our spiritual journeys in profound ways. Our spiritual journey is a quest for meaning, purpose, and connection. And feeling lost can serve as a catalyst for profound growth and transformation on a deep spiritual level. This is why I always tell people feeling lost is a beautiful thing, because it's life nudging you towards something deeper, towards something greater. It means that a breakthrough is around the corner. When we feel lost, it often means that we are questioning the direction of our lives or experiencing some sort of disconnection from ourselves, from other people, and of course, from the universe. And this state of confusion and uncertainty can be quite unsettling and uncomfortable, but it also can be a powerful opportunity for self-reflection and introspection. Feeling lost can evoke a range of emotions such as fear, anxiety, sadness, and even despair. And these emotions obviously are challenging to navigate, but they also offer valuable insights into our inner selves and our deepest desires. So by embracing these emotions and exploring them with curiosity and compassion, we can begin to uncover the underlying causes of our feelings of being lost. And during periods of confusion and uncertainty, we are often prompted to question our beliefs, our values, and priorities. And this questioning can lead to profound insights and shifts in consciousness. We may also discover that our previous goals and aspirations no longer align with our authentic selves, or that we've been living according to societal expectations rather than our own true desires. In other words, a big dismantling is about to take place, and it's going to be incredibly beautiful. So the 4 common reasons why people feel lost, and I mentioned a few already, is lack of purpose or direction, identity confusion, overwhelming circumstances or challenges, and unmet expectations or disappointments. So let's just jump right in. One of the primary reasons you might be feeling lost is the absence of a clear purpose or direction in your life. Imagine your life as a ship without a compass. You're sailing without a destination in mind. Without a sense of purpose, you might find yourself going through the motions, unsure of what truly drives you. And life could feel a bit monotonous. As a result, you might have this feeling of restlessness. So if this resonates with you, here is the first self-reflection question to support you on going deeper. What values are most important to me? A sense of purpose often aligns with our core values. So identify what matters most to you. Is it creativity, compassion, service, play, family, adventure, travel? Connecting with your values can guide you towards a clearer sense of purpose, as it provides you with anchors that help you to feel less adrift and more rooted. Another factor that contributes to feeling lost is facing overwhelming circumstances or challenges. These challenges might appear insurmountable, especially when we're like knee deep in it, and it's causing you to question your abilities and even your identity. It's like trying to find your way in a dense forest where the trees represent the obstacles blocking your path. If you're feeling emotionally taxed, this is a great opportunity to do some somatic techniques. And somatic just basically means relating to the body. What can you do in this moment to regulate your emotional body so that you can ground yourself and feel more clarity? So this is a great time to take some deep breaths, do alternate nostril breathing. If you're not sure what that is, I demonstrated one of my videos, which I will leave at the end of this video. I think it's paralyzing fear, something like that. Paralyzing fear in action. But breathing and movement are so important. So just find a way to move that stuck energy out of your body before you actually self-reflect. All right, so here is a self-reflection question to allow you to go deeper. What aspects of my identity feel challenged? Overwhelming circumstances can shake your sense of self. Identify which aspects of your identity are most affected during challenging times. Is it your confidence, skills, values, or something else? Understanding this can actually help you address and reinforce those aspects. Speaking of identity, let's talk about identity confusion. As we navigate the experience of feeling loss, we might question our identity, who we are beyond the roles that we play, the labels that we've adopted, and the expectations of others. I've been listening to Ram Dass a lot lately again, and one of the things that he said was, a being defined is a being confined. And I was like, yeah, it hit home to me. I don't know how it feels to you, but we may have built entire lives around our identities. We may have spent years striving to build our social status, to only find that there's an irrelevance to them in this season of our lives. Most importantly, if we're feeling this confusion, the exploration lies in the spiritual concept of transcending the ego. Because the ego is so attached to its identity and the constructs it's created to define itself, such as beliefs, opinions, self-image. So what happens is that when fear arises, the ego faces the possibility of losing or changing those constructs, as it fears losing its sense of self and individuality. So here's the next self-reflection question that you can ask if this resonates with you. What aspects of my identity feel irrelevant now? Know that seasons of life can bring shifts in priorities and perspectives. Consider which aspects of your identity that once felt relevant to you that no longer align with your current journey. How does it feel to let go of these aspects? I might have shared this story before, but when I decided to buy that one-way ticket and I went overseas, I let my license lapse. I really, truly let go of the identity and the role that I played as a therapist into a different identity that had me questioning whether or not any of it made sense. And what I mean by that, here I was, an older individual in a space where usually it's young people trying to figure these things out. Because I didn't know too many people my age at the time, I was 35, that were doing this sort of exploration, that were shedding these parts of their lives. So I felt really out of place. And I had to really spend some time battling against the old version of myself and the new version of myself that was trying to emerge. And so there was a lot of grief around letting go of that kind of identity because I worked so hard to be at a place that now just seemed irrelevant to where I needed to go next. So some of you might be feeling that in that moment, and know that it does come full circle. All right, so we are at the last common reason why most people feel lost. this might resonate with you. And again, this is just a short list because this isn't a one size fits all. And there are so many different factors and variables that we can really go in so many different directions with this. But I just thought these were the most common, the ones that I heard often, and the ones that I had a lot of conversations with my clients about. And so the last one is unmet expectations and disappointments. Unmet expectations or disappointments can cast a shadow over your sense of direction, making you feel incredibly lost. When things don't go as planned, it's really easy to lose sight of what you were striving for. It's akin to setting out on a journey only to realize that the road you were following leads to a dead end. And at this dead end, you're wondering what's next, and you might be feeling a bit frustrated because you've hit this roadblock. So navigating through unmet expectations or disappointments requires a certain level of adaptability. Just as you might consult with a map or GPS to find a new route when faced with a dead end in life, it's essential to reassess your desires and aspirations. And this time of your life might invite you to seek advice from mentors or loved ones and being open to pivoting your plans. But the beautiful thing is that detours can lead to unexpected discoveries and hidden gems. Similarly in life, unmet expectations can present opportunities for growth and self-discovery. They teach us resilience as we learn to navigate new territories, challenges, and setbacks. Each disappointment can be a stepping stone toward refining our goals and gaining a deeper understanding of ourselves. When I was living overseas, I had to navigate a whole new life on my own, new culture, new way of being, new way of living. And I could have ran back home. If some of you have done that, there's no judgment. But, I decided to see it through and see what would happen on the other side of those sort of challenges and setbacks that I experienced, even in those 7 years of exploring the world. So if this is you, just know that you're not at the end of the journey. You're at the beginning, standing in front of a new path. So if this resonates with you, here is the last self-reflection question so that you can go deeper. Am I willing to adapt and reassess my goals, my desires, and aspirations? Adapting to unexpected situations often requires reassessing our visions. Are you open to adjusting your aspirations based on new information or changing your circumstances? How comfortable are you with shifting your plans when faced with roadblocks? I hope so far this video is giving you much needed clarity and making you feel a bit at ease. Remember, this is a common experience. At some point, we all must face this. I actually say this is a rite of passage, or what I call an initiation. And with all initiations, this is the grand opportunity to shed the layers of who you used to be, to become who you're destined to be. Okay, so we're nearing the end of this video. So if you've made it this far, kudos to you. Remember earlier when I said that the mind will not take you through this season of feeling lost. So you cannot just think your way through this. We are encouraged here to drop into our hearts and connect to a higher power, whatever that is for you. Take some time to connect with something that goes beyond what you can see, because spirituality offers a unique perspective, reminding us that our journey isn't solely bound by the external world, but also shaped by our inner landscapes. It encourages us to delve deeper into our souls, seeking answers and clarity that can't always be found in the material realm. Spirituality provides a sanctuary where you can retreat to gain insight, solace, and a sense of interconnectedness. It acknowledges that the human experience is a tapestry woven with both tangible and intangible threads. So by acknowledging and exploring this aspect of your being, you open yourself up to a realm of wisdom and guidance that transcends the ordinary. So if this is where you are, my recommendation is find a spiritual mentor or a leader that you can connect with. During my 7-year healing journey, and I talk about it a lot, so if you've heard this already, my apologies, but I sought out spiritual experiences because the traditional world didn't have the answers to the questions that I was asking, such as, what happens after I die? Why am I here? How can I navigate the overwhelm that I'm feeling, not from a traditional context, but from a spiritual context? How can I feel more connected? How can I feel more rooted? And so that led me to work with shamans in Bali, in Thailand, and in Mexico. And this whole path led me to my spiritual mentor. And that experience was incredibly eye-opening for me, especially at a place where I really just stopped connecting with certain things around my environment. So I I needed somebody to sort of help me make sense of everything that was going on in my head. Some of you know me, I always say, like, I am someone who is of the mind. So I'm always in my head. So I get it. But yeah, so that experience was so eye-opening for me. I began to make peace with a lot of uncertainty in my life and started to make peace with the things that I couldn't control and even the things that I couldn't get answers to, because there is a sense of mystery to life that a lot of us must accept. So understand that spiritual leaders and mentors can provide you just invaluable guidance on your journey, especially if they embody the values that you resonate with. You know, their insights can actually illuminate your path. They can't take the steps for you, but they could illuminate the path so that you could take the steps forward. And so by engaging in those conversations with them, they can really offer a fresh perspective. They also can challenge your preconceived notions and provide you with the wisdom of those who have traversed similar terrain. But I understand, I know this could be very difficult for many of you who have really funky relationships with spirituality. I grew up in a very religious household, okay? And I renounced religion and disconnected from the man-made God for a very long time. And so I had to go on my own personal journey. I had to develop my own relationship with the divine. And I encourage you to do the same, to find what it means for you and connect with that, because everybody has their own individual relationship with God, the divine source, whatever you want to call it. And so no one can actually bring you into their realm and say, hey, this is how it's supposed to be, because we all have, again, unique blueprints and unique relationships with God. And we also have unique purpose here in this physical realm. So what this does when you begin to embrace your spiritual journey, it's an invitation to embark on an expedition within yourself, traversing the landscapes of your soul to find the clarity and guidance that you seek. So we can't find it on the outside. We have to find it within ourselves. And I know that sounds a little bit hokey. And you're like, yeah, I heard that before. I don't even know what it means. And I get that. But it will make sense if you just hold steadfast on the path. Because right now, your human self is taking place. And your spiritual self is trying to come in there and be like, hey, what's going on? Because now you're at a moment where you're needing to acknowledge the significance of your spiritual self. And so as you do that, you begin to expand your understanding of the world and your place in it. So it's through practices like meditation, of course, seeking guidance from others and exploring your own personal beliefs. And by you nourishing your inner landscape, allowing it to flourish and guide you through the ever-evolving journey of life, you will begin to feel more rooted and less lost. And embracing spirituality doesn't just merely lead you to answers, because again, there's a mystery to life, but it also helps you unearth the questions that truly matter. So you go from asking maybe some surface level questions, your questions actually become more refined, and you begin to unearth the things that truly matter. And by doing so, you foster profound connection with your purpose and again, the world around you. I want you to remember that feeling lost is a temporary state. This is not some place that you're going to be in forever, even if it feels like it. It's important for you to understand that you have the power to shift your perspective and take actionable steps towards discovering your purpose and finding clarity in your journey. All right, so now let's transition from reflection to action. In the spirit of spiritual exploration, seek guidance. Delve into spiritual teachings, connect with mentors, and immerse yourself in texts that offer insights into the profound questions you're grappling with. Remember, wisdom often resides in the words of those who've walked similar paths. Now, I'm not going to give you any recommendations because what you need will present itself to you once you ask for it, and it will be untainted by my influence. Remember, feeling lost is just a stepping stone on your journey to finding your purpose. Embrace the challenges, seek guidance, and stay true to yourself. Your purpose is out there waiting to be discovered. So by embracing the questions it raises, we weave our unique spiritual narratives. Know that your journey is a sacred exploration. All right, beautiful souls, if you found these insights valuable, do me a favor, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Keep the conversation going offline by joining my Thrive newsletter. But most importantly, comment below your biggest aha moment from this video, because when you share, we all can come together in community. And of course, I will see you on the other side of wholeness. Thank you for watching.